Wilander has given Emma Raducanu some advice after the Brit ended her 2022 season with a wrist injury. Emma Raducanu has been told to look at the likes of Novak Djokovic to improve ahead of the next season after ending her first full year on the Pro Tour with a 17-19 win-loss record. It comes after a wrist injury cut her 2022 season short, forcing her out of her last two tournaments in Transylvania and the Billie Jean King Cup. Raducanu has been offered some advice ahead of her sophomore season after a rollercoaster 2022 that saw the Brit fall from a career high of world number 10 to outside of the world's top 70, while injuries also derailed her progress. The 19-year-old experienced an unprecedented rise when she won the 2021 US Open as a qualifier, skyrocketing from number 150 in the world into the top 25. As a result, she was able to enter the biggest tournaments this year but struggled to catch up to her sudden status as a top player, still developing her game while entering tournaments as the woman to beat. With her first full year on the WTA Tour now over, Wilander has urged the teenager to look to the likes of Novak Djokovic and Simona Halep to learn how to win. For Emma Raducanu, I think that you have to look obviously at other players. The retired former world number 1 told Eurosport. She might have to look at someone like Simona Halep in terms of the style, and the style of Simona Halep when she was at her best was not to make mistakes. The 7-time Grand Slam champion explained that Raducanu had things harder than the likes of world number 1 Iga Swiatek, as she didn't possess a clear weapon in her game and instead had to focus on producing a clean performance every match. He continued, "Don't make mistakes. Because athletically, Emma Raducanu is an unbelievable athlete. She can move with the best of them. She seems very flexible. She anticipates the play ahead of time, so she's got all these physical attributes that you need to have to be a great tennis player. Now, technically, she hits the ball well off of both sides. She doesn't have the killer weapon like an Iga Swiatek forehand, and sometimes when you do have a weapon like the Iga Swiatek forehand, it simplifies tennis a little bit. Serena Williams, of course, with a big serve. Again, it just simplifies the day-to-day way to play matches." The retired pro-turned-pundit also wanted Raducanu to learn from her defeats after mixed results this season saw her crash out of the US Open in the first round as the defending champion, before making her first semi-final in over a year at the Korea Open. Wilander added, "But when you have to play like Emma Raducanu and against Simona Halep, you're going to fight for every single shot that you hit. You've got to make sure that every single point is played the proper way, and then you've got to make sure that the losses, it's just a learning curve. And the wins you have give you enough confidence, or it might carry you through the next match and through the next week and so on." And Wilander urged the British number 1 to look to Djokovic as an example as well as Halep, as he shared the questions he thought Raducanu should consider ahead of 2023. "So for Raducanu, it's a matter of finding her individuality on a tennis court," he said. "What am I trying to achieve? What am I good at? What do I need to stay away from in terms of weakness?" And I think you have to look at Simona Halep, you have to look at Novak Djokovic on the men's side, and then try to sort of copy what they're doing. If you like my videos, then make sure you hit the subscribe button down there and press the bell icon for more awesome videos like these.